Hi everyone. So I have a full update that I want to give everybody who's been following my bone marrow transplant journey. I did a YouTube short earlier in the day, and if you get notifications, you may have seen that and know the basic gist of what's going on, but not the whole everything that got rolling, etc. So I'm going to go through that really quickly. I just wanted to say I purposely put that first thing out as a YouTube short because I found that the YouTube shorts will go out to like a few thousand people, and I'll get like more prayers, and that's like I wanted to own up to that. And the reason why I wanted to own up to that is because of this. I've noticed the difference. So if you are suffering with any kind of illness, if you're going through a hard time, ask for prayers. It helps. There is a difference. When I first was sick and, struggling, I didn't ask for prayers. And things were really hard on a whole lot of levels. And then I started reaching out and asking for prayers just from my close friends and family. And things got a little better and improved. And then I got brave and I decided to put my bone marrow transplant on YouTube and ask for prayers to a wider audience. And since I did that, things have gone even more smoothly and even better. I know it may be hard to believe, but things were very, very difficult for me. The bone marrow transplant was one of the easier things I've gone through. Believe it or not, if you watch those videos, but I believe it was all the prayers because I have gone through other chemotherapy regimens that have been worse, quite frankly. And I think, I didn't have a prayer army. So I wanted to own up to that I purposely put out a YouTube short so that it would get more views, so that I would get more prayers, positive intentions, etc. Because it works, guys. It really works. The positive vibrations, when people pray, think positively, want good for you, it happens. Things go better for you. So I am telling you all, that's why I spend time every day focusing on and intending good for my fellow mankind, but also specific people in my life that I know are struggling or people in certain situations. So I just wanted to own up to that because I wanted to have people do that more often. Ask for prayers and pray for others, or ask, I believe prayer / intention / light a candle, send good vibes. I believe it all works because people who are doing all of those different things, each one of them, I don't know, I guess I don't know what's working if anything's not working, but it seems like it's all working. You know what I'm saying? I know people that do each of those things for me, and it doesn't seem like one thing works and another thing doesn't. Anyway, I'll stop rambling about that, and I'll tell you about what ended up happening. So in my YouTube short, I show a graph, and basically what it shows is that my cancer is getting worse very quickly. The first increase was mild. The second increase was pretty large and showed that I could immediately took oral chemo off the table, but was still not of urgency. The doctor said you can get treated when you come back from Maine, and we'll give you a treatment like every, hopefully as long as every 8 weeks we could go. And then we got another data point. That data point came in today. it showed that the progression is increasing, like the rate of increase is increasing. So basically it's like exponentially increasing, right? And so we made a decision today that I won't be going up to Maine. I won't be able to go up to Maine because I have to get into treatment as soon as possible. They were able to book me, and their clinic gets pretty darn booked. And I remember having a hard time, they would have hard times fitting me in places. They got me in next week, and next week I will be starting treatment again. I will be going back into chemotherapy for this cancer. And so we're, hoping it's only one more week out. It'll be about 10 days from the last blood work. We'll do another data point at that point in time. We'll hit it. And they're going to do additional blood work because we don't have much of a choice on drugs. They're going to have to use the drug that I had the bad reaction to in the past. So they're going to use that drug, but they're going to modify a little bit how it's administered. They're giving me some other medications that he thinks are going to help, especially with the side effects. And then after each dose, they're going to monitor my immune system to make sure it's not crashing like it did the last time. So, and I am much more confident in this doctor. It took me a while because of my history with the medical staff at University of Pennsylvania. Now, a lot of them are great. My immunologist there, absolutely wonderful. There were so many good doctors there. I'm talking about the oncology group that I dealt with there. Unfortunately for me, it was not a good fit because I was a unicorn patient and they were not, they were just like, they had so many patients to deal with that you just stay on the protocol. And if something goes wrong, no matter how much you yell or whatever, like I was trying to do, they couldn't recognize it. It wasn't like it almost like wasn't in their possibility that a patient could be having an adverse reaction, I guess. I don't know. But my current doctor got my medical records and validated everything that I went through. And I trust him now. I really do. And I'm extremely grateful to have him and all the other doctors I have in my life right now. I've had to get, like right now, I don't have a neurologist, for example, because I haven't found one that listens yet. I'll find one eventually. But I have a set of doctors now that listen and that are good and that, I got my test result today. I emailed my doctor directly today I had a table with my test results in it, and I had the delta so that he could see the exponential growth. He emailed me back almost immediately and said, yeah, let's get you on a plan. And we were back and forth on email. Like we had it sorted out in like 2 hours. He got his nurse looped in and everything happened, and it all happened very smoothly. And he listed the additional tests he's going to run. So I know, like, he's going to be checking my the components that make up my NK cells, and because what happened before was I had a very rare side effect, and the certain part of my immune system called the T cell and the NK cell were just being obliterated by the medicine. And I actually lost my ability to make those cells for a while. I don't know how, like I ended up getting like skin cancer and stuff during that time. I don't know how I didn't get like a lot of other stuff, but I had to be put on 4 grams of Valtrex a day, 4 grams, to prevent viral breakouts of herpes simplex and stuff because of how low my immune system was. So, they're going to keep an eye on that. very closely this time, and we're going to hope for the best. And I'm going to hope because last time when I had my first dose of Dara, it knocked down my counts by 90%. Of course, then I was at over 5,000, my kappa light chains, and it took me down to about 500. So I'm hoping for a really good response so that I won't need as many treatments. But as of now, based on the projection of the illness and the increased slope, he's looking at a treatment plan where I will have to go every 2 weeks starting next week. And we'll just monitor after each one, but I will need to go every 2 weeks to try to make progress against the disease. That's why I'm hoping for a really good response, because maybe with a really good response, I won't have to go as often. I don't know. Of course, it's never worked out well for me in the past, except for since I've been on this YouTube and asking for you guys' prayers. So I think now is my best chance of ever of having this treatment work out really well for me, because I felt like I sailed through the stem cell transplant pretty darn well, thanks to all of you. So I just want to say thank you all for listening to me ramble and being here throughout this transplant period, and cheering me on and being my friends. And I just love you all so much.